Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's make, yep, mic is working. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. And I'm ready for this bleeding to stop in the market. But good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far. Good morning, Kyle. Happy Wednesday. Let me know in the chat for everyone watching right now. Let me know. How are you feeling with the market right now? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we fall? Do you think we keep falling? Do you think this is a pullback that it's going to bounce up? What do you guys think? I'm interested. I have my... I actually don't have my thesis. I'm still waiting for price to do specific things before I have an actual hard set thesis of like, yep, this was just a pullback. But price is now falling. Basically, we're at like, for a lot of things that I'm looking at, like Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, we're getting to those bottom points where like, if price doesn't hold here, then it's kind of like, if price doesn't hold here, then it would fall even further. But unemployment rates news on Friday and inflation data on Tuesday. So this week's a busy week. For news, and we've showed how to keep up on the news and best ways to do that. We can show that again too in the stream, but yeah, it's a busy week. Market gonna want to see how that turns out after the news from Joel. Yeah, market's definitely gonna want to know how that all turns out. Let me do this real fast. Where's my chat box? I'll move this up a little. There we go. There we go. Now the chat box is a little more visible on the Instagram and the vertical setup. All right. Yeah, this week is gonna be busy. This week, if we get some bullish news, I think we're gonna get some of that pop off in the key areas. But if we get some bearish news, that could cause price to do some funky moves down. I think either way, it's gonna be a little funky because, right, news always causes the market to do weird things. But we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. And then I think, January 20th is also going to be another big day for crypto, which that's when Trump actually takes office and actually gets in. So I'm very interested to see how the market reacts to him actually, starting his job, right? Taking his actual position. So we'll see how that all plays out too, because I think that will also cause a big pump. And I have a little bit of like I guess you can call it a conspiracy theory, is like, smart money is pushing price down right now before January 20th to get good entries. And then once Trump takes office, they'll allow price to actually move. Inflation is projected to go down. This news announcement Kyle was just sharing with us. Yeah, if it dropped, that'd be nice. If inflation was lower, that'd be nice. I would imagine it would, especially like the Democratic Party would want it to lower before the end of Biden's term, because then it makes them look good, because they had like lower inflation by the time they were out. We'll see how it plays out. But right now, Bitcoin is breaking. Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum are breaking key points on like the 15-minute time frame. And now I think we're heading, like, Bitcoin's heading to I think 92 right now, like 92.7. That's some important. That's the next low, which would be a very important low. Like 92,768 is another very important low for the 4-hour time frame. If we can't hold these lows that's coming up in the 91 to 92, then I think we fall actually sub 90 again, which we haven't been sub 90. We haven't been sub $90,000 Bitcoin since when was the last time we were sub 90? The last time we were sub 90 was November 18th. So it's been over a month since we've seen Bitcoin under $90,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, it's been over a month. So we potentially could hit sub 90 if we do not hold these next levels that we're going to get into today. And I think Ethereum is also... Ethereum definitely broke. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. No. Ethereum... let me see the 4-hour. No. Ethereum's got some more room until it gets really scary. I don't know. Actually, Ethereum's looking pretty bad right now, too. Ethereum's next low would be like $3,200 ETH or like $3,000 ETH. And if Ethereum breaks those, it's going to look pretty bad for Ethereum. Right now, everything's looking like it's creating bearish structure on the charts. We'll get into it, but I'm very interested to see how this all plays out. Solana has a lot more key areas to find support before it gets scary for Solana, but I'm not too worried when it comes to Solana or Bitcoin. They have more support, where Ethereum does not look like it has as much support as these other coins. Bitcoin 2. All right, let's... How you guys feeling this morning? I'm really hoping we see a bounce back. Have you guys seen the crazy fires too going on in California? It's been going crazy lately, especially with this wind right now. The wind right now is crazy. Like I'm in my garage, I just hear it hitting my garage. Guys, if you're watching, if you can like the stream, share it before we really start getting into things like the technical analysis and breaking down price of where it could go. If you can, like the stream, share it with someone who might be interested in technical analysis of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, right? We cover the top 3 coins. I don't like adding XRP to the technical analysis because XRP, if you've ever looked at the chart, is very choppy. Like very choppy, very big spikes, large dumps. Like XRP, I don't like adding to the TA because I don't think it's helpful for overall technical analysis. But I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are actually helpful in the market analysis of what things will be doing, because Bitcoin is kind of like the leader in the ecosystem. Ethereum is another top 2 coin, right? The top 2 coin with a lot of ETFs. And then Solana is a good altcoin that sets the standard for a lot of other altcoins based on its price movement. If Solana is diving, probably a lot of altcoins will be diving. Right? So like if you see Solana bleeding right now, I bet if we go into a lot of the altcoins that we like to look at, they're also bleeding today. That's why I like to look at Solana also, where XRP is a good cryptocurrency in the top 5 cryptos, but its chart analysis, like its charting it's really bad. Why is Siri going off right now? I didn't say your name. The wind is strong, dude, like super strong. Like going outside, like I'm wearing a hat today and I'm gonna probably lose it in the wind. I don't even like riding my motorcycle in this weather. I don't like riding my motorcycle when it's like super windy when I'm driving around to places. Because like you literally feel like you're going to get pushed over by the wind when it's like this strong. It's weird. Oh wait, that's probably where my... There it is. All right. Let me make sure I'm not... Come on. Every time I try to do my TikTok live studio, it says no internet connection, which I have internet connection because literally everything else is working. My Streamlabs is working, my Instagram's working, my TradingView, my X. But TikTok, every time I go on, I have to refresh it like 17 times in order for it to work. And I think it's part of like the TikTok ban coming. I feel like they're trying to block the usage of TikTok early. And it's like, guys, you haven't blocked it yet. It's still here. I'm still refreshing. I've done it like probably 10 times already and it still hasn't popped up. There we go. Now it's here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the TikTok chats and stuff. All right. Okay, so now that we kind of have everything set up, let's get into some of the technical analysis. Let's get into how the market's looking. Let's look at... dang it, man. I missed another shorting opportunity. I'm like nervous to take shorts right now. I'm so nervous to take shorts, but now I'm like getting confirmation of like that's like the trend unless it changes soon. But I'm not convinced yet that it's changed into a bearish trend, but it's getting close. It's getting very close. Wow. Okay, let's get into some screen share. Wow, Q1 has lost all its momentum. All right, so as we're looking at Q1, you can see here, Bitcoin's Q1 is at 1.3%. We were at, I think we were at over 8% at the beginning of the week. And now we're almost in the negative. Like we're at 1.3%, right? We're almost 1% down. And so I'm like, I'm really watching. I haven't really taken any positions. I haven't taken any trading because like this, I'm waiting for price to do what I want it to do. I'm being very picky with what price is doing. I'm looking for bullish structure, right? Or heavy confirmation that we're in a bearish trend. Like I'm waiting for either confluence to give me indicators of which way we're going. Because I feel like we're at the cusp of a big move one way or the other. And then once that move happens, I'm looking to then go in that direction of whatever it is. And so I feel like this Q1 or January, really, in this first week, we're going to get a lot of like choppy movement, especially with the news coming up. And then once we get out of this volatility and kind of like unstableness, because the market does not like it when it's unstable, it likes stability, then we should get more help here. Because we've been in a lot of instability. Like, especially when it comes to the new year, the holidays that were coming up, all the news days that were coming before that, a lot of instability. And now we are going into, hopefully, a time of stability once it figures out which direction it's going to move. Which 2025 historically should be a very bullish year. Like a very bullish year. We should see a lot of green this year. But it might not be that way. It might not play out that way. Because if you look at 2017, right, that's the year after an election year, all green. Every single quarter is green. 2021, we only had one quarter that was green the entire year. And so I'm expecting that 2025 should be a bullish year, a green year. But we will see how it plays out. We ultimately have to, only time can tell, right? But historically, post an election, it should be a bullish year. It should be. Where I'm guessing 2026 is going to look like 2022. Very red. 2026, I think, is going to be a very bearish year. Same if you look at 2018, very bearish year. But 2025 should be bullish. That's historically what plays out. And so I'm watching to see how it actually goes. We'll see how it plays out. But Q1, we are looking at sub 2%, and then Ethereum's less than 1% return so far in Q1. January 1.3%, we know that. Our weekly return, I think, is negative now. Yep. The first week of the year is currently now negative almost 4%. Okay. Now remember, when we look back to 2021, it was a 16% return. 2017 was negative 8%. We're kind of in a toss-up of what this week will actually end. Will it be red or will it be green? We'll have to wait and see how it actually plays out, and what kind of return will we actually get in January, because January historically prints about a 3% return on average. Okay, so hopefully we can get a 3% or more return this month, which isn't huge. That's not a big move. Where February tends to be a much larger month. February and March tend to be double-digit returns. Okay, January tends to be a little bit unstable, is my guess. Is a little more volatile, a little more unstable in the market. Where February and March, you get the direction after January of which way the market's going to be going, and then February and March continue that direction. Let's go to the ETFs. Let's see how the inflows were yesterday. Very small inflows. Very small inflows. Actually, a lot of sell-off from several of the ETFs. But as you can see, BlackRock put in almost $600 million into the market. I like to think BlackRock is the smartest out of all these ETFs, right? You got Fidelity, you got Bitwise, ARK, Invesco, all these ones, Grayscale, right? I think, my opinion is BlackRock is the most important to pay attention to what they're doing. And BlackRock has been scooping up and buying and buying and buying on the dips. Whenever Bitcoin's bleeding, you see their inflows go up in value. When Bitcoin's pumping, you see the inflows kind of slow, go a little bit lower, but they're still buying. But when there's bleeding in the market, they put in a lot more volume in. Like either $600 to $900 million, or even sometimes over $1 billion in the market when it's bleeding. And so I like to kind of watch what BlackRock is doing, because I think they kind of set the standard of like what is actually going to go on in the market and what's actually going to happen. Okay, that's the ETFs and the inflows there. Let's look at the market cap. We are continually losing on our market cap. We've lost another about $120 billion in the market cap. It's at $3.3 trillion. As you can see right here on the screen, market cap of crypto, 3.3 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still dominating, almost at 57% dominance in the market right now for Bitcoin. And fear and greed index is getting neutral at 54. We were at 66 yesterday. We are now at 54 today. And on Monday, we're at 60. So we've gone more down into neutral. I'm honestly hoping we hit some fear, because that means a buy signal. In my opinion, when I see the fear start to come in the market, that's buy signals. And that's when really market should flip on its head soon and go the opposite direction. Bitcoin is sub now a $1.9 trillion market cap. They are now $1.8 trillion market cap. Ethereum has actually fallen out of $400 billion market cap. That's kind of crazy there. XRP fell below a $130 billion market cap. And USDT is rising in market cap at 137 billion, which could be an indicator that people have taken profits, put it in stables, and looking for that dip to buy back in. And then Solana is sub $100 billion market cap now at 92 billion. Still at number 6 spot. I think USDC too has taken over Cardano. I don't know for sure, but I think even USDC flipped Cardano here, which would indicate more stable coin inflows, which could be people getting into stables to buy the dip on cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, altcoins, meme coins, and other things like that. All right, let's get into the market. Let's look at how it's looking. Okay, we're going to start with Bitcoin, and then we're going to move our way over to Ethereum and then Solana. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's look at it. Let's look at what the market's doing. I'm up every morning at 6 a.m. checking the market and seeing how it's doing and seeing what's actually happening. And so I'm seeing right now where I was looking here earlier this morning. This was at one point a bullish engulfing candle. I was very happy about that. I was getting actually pretty excited, especially if it closed bullish engulfing. I was like, ooh, that could be really good. That could indicate the bottom here. But as you can see, it's disrespected this support. Okay, we can delete that support. This 4-hour low has been disrespected here. So now we can put some structure here on this bearish trend or pullback, depending on how it actually plays out. So we have this bullish structure for me. We've broken some of these lows. This is the last low. Really, actually, this is technically the last low. That is technically the last swing low. Because why is that a swing low? Because price pushed up, came back down, made a higher low, then pushed up, broke this high to the left. So that's also a low too. But they're both at key support points. Okay, they're both at key support points. Also, if you look at the day time frame, we're hitting that support point. We're getting close. And then there's also some support over here to the left. If we broke these 4-hour lows, those red lines, and then this white line here, that would be very, very bearish. Very bearish if we broke those. Then I would, if we broke these lows here in this area down here on the support area, if we broke those, I'm now convinced we're in a bear trend, and I'd be looking for short opportunities, no longer looking for that pullback. Until I found bullish momentum going in the opposite direction on higher time frames, then I would be interested in potentially longs. But right now, it's not looking great. It's all dependent on what happens in these support points down here that we're watching. Okay. And so I'm very interested on the 4-hour time frame to see what does price do when it taps into this support here, or this potential point of inducement here on the 4-hour. Let me see if I can shrink this down a little bit and get it more accurate. Let's see what happens when price taps into this area right there, which it's about to. And also on the 4-hour, you have this area too that will add. Because this is like the last point. Basically, if it falls on those, then it's not going to look good. We'll see what happens here. We're about to hit the key points, and this could be the bottom. This could be the final bottom, right? We thought maybe it'd find support at these points up here, but as you can see, price did not do that. Okay, price did not actually find support in these, so that's why I deleted them, because they are now irrelevant into our technical analysis, where these are now the final points of importance that could actually do something in the market. We had fair value. Oh wait, no, we didn't on the 4-hour. We do have this fair value gap to the left here that overlaps with some support. Okay, if you see this guy, this could potentially play into factor in the support point, right? We have that fair value gap to the left with these order blocks, right? This could be a strong position area right here on this fair value gap and support that it's now in. So I'm interested to see what happens also with that fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. But EMAs are looking bearish, right? We broke. This could be just major structure forming for the 4-hour, right? This could be the higher low that we find a bottom here soon. That would be a higher low from this low over here. That then we push up, and then we would need to break this high up here. But we'll see what actually happens, right? We'll see what takes place. We got to watch it, and be diligent with that. Let's go to the 1 hour, because I like to see on the lower time frames what actually happened. So all these fair value gaps and support zones we now know are based on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, we had support here on the 1 hour. Really, it was like 15 minute I had. I'm gonna delete these now too, because these are now irrelevant. But what I can do is put this up. Wherever this price falls, right? We had this push up, spike, liquidity grab from here, push down. Okay, I want to see where the bottom is on this 1 hour if it does. Right, we are in that support zone and fair value gap right now. We could even probably tighten up our fair value gap with the 1 hour. Let's tighten it up a little bit, see how that plays out. So now we tightened it up a little bit more on that fair value gap to the left where the 4 hour gap was. Look at that. Look at that candle. Holy smokes. Yeah, it's looking pretty bearish right now. Let's see the 15-minute time frame. Let's see if we could even tighten up that fair value gap on the 15-minute. Let's see. We can. We can a tad. There we go. We tighten it up just a tad. Let's move it back over here. Okay. We are in a very important range right now for Bitcoin. It would take a little bit of time, especially for like the 15-minute time frame. But if you go like down to the 5, you might start seeing bearish formation. But for me, I would want to see for the 5-minute time frame this peak up here broken. Let me fix that. And why do I want to see that peak? Let me explain something real fast. Okay, so as you can see here on Bitcoin's 5-minute time frame, and you zoom in, right? We had this push down here, and this is a strong high up here. Okay, why is this a strong high? Because price pushed up, failed to break these previous highs over here that made a lower low. So this is a strong high because these lows are weak lows because they did not make higher highs. But this is a strong lower high because when price moved up here, it came down and made lower lows from these levels over here, right? From these levels right here. Broke those levels right there, which now makes this a strong high. So if we were convinced that Bitcoin here was making a bullish move, it had to break this strong high. But because this, like, see this candle right here, see that wick? Instead of the body closing above, that's indication that you're probably going lower and that price is not going to push higher than this high over here. This is a liquidity grab, and then we're going to go lower. And as you can see, that's what it did. Bearish structure here. Pullback. This could have been where you entered for the short, and then boom, we break key structure here. These weak lows, and these are weak lows because they failed to break this high to the left. This is a weak low because it failed to break this high to the left. Okay, so now this is our strong high. This is our strong lower high. Okay, so if we want bullish confirmation, a very strong bullish confirmation on a lower time frame like the 5-minute, we would need price to bounce off these supports and break this this line here up here. And so we can now draw a resistance point on the 5-minute time frame. And my resistance point, I would put like that. That's my resistance point for the 5-minute time frame. And so I want to see, where does price fall? Where does it pull back to on this lower time frame? Does it break these peaks over here, or does it fail to break them and keep falling lower? It honestly, at this point, if I see price fall and then I see price move up and fail to break this high here and bounces back down, I'm probably going to be looking for short positions. Because if price can't break here from this key support zone and fair value gap, that is to me some indication that we're probably going to fall lower. So now I'm watching for which opportunity I'm going to get. Are we going to tap in at the bottom, or am I going to get a short opportunity? So essentially I'm trying to find, just like over here, right? Just like here on this move down, and it bottomed out and it tried to push back up but failed to break the strong high to the left. That's what I'm trying to see here. I want to see, where does price fall and stop falling, and then where does it try to push up, and can it break these highs, right? And actually, as you can see right here, we just tapped that 4 hour. This red line is the 4 hour swing low, an important point on our chart, and it looks like it's breaking on the 5. Now, a break on a 5 minute on this portion of the chart, not as scary, right? Because that could just be price pushing down, wicking back up. Because then on a 1 hour candle or 4 hour candle, that could be just a big wick from here, right? Because this 1 hour candle has, what is it? This 1 hour candle has, how many 5 minute candles go into a 1 hour candle? 12 5 minute candles, right? So we have 12 5 minute candles in this one candle. So we could have 5 5 minute candles fall under and then come back in, which is just a wick for a 1 hour candle, if that makes sense. So see how that's wicking off on the 5 minute time frame? I do like that. So we'll see if this is the bottom here, or if this is going to keep falling and fall to maybe down to this red line. Right? We'll see what plays out for Bitcoin. But if this is what Bitcoin looks like, when we go to Ethereum and Solana, they're going to look the same. They're going to look pretty much exactly the same on the charts. Like, let's look at Ethereum real quick. This is the day. Yeah, Ethereum though is a little bit more scary in my opinion. A little bit more scary. See, look at that. Look at that wick off. That's actually pretty amazing to see that. I would love to see this candle engulf this 5 minute candle to the left. We'll see how this plays out, but and again, just to like reiterate, I would not look to do long positions until we broke this high and then had a pullback. Like, I would look for longs once we broke above that line, pulled back on the 5 minute, and then pushed up again. Like, I would not want to get caught in a long right now, personally, because I think we're in it. Like Kyle said in the chat, he said this is a scary place to be in with all this news coming up. Yeah, this is a scary place. Of like, this could cause volatility where it does fall really quickly or could pump really quickly, right? So that's why it's kind of dangerous to take a position out, especially long or short. It's just kind of dangerous because there's a lot of instability right now, and trading and day trading and the market does not like instability. It does not like that at all. Let's actually go to TradingView real fast and let's look at the news reports real quick. Where is it again? Calendars. Yeah, we want to go to calendars. And then we want to do, let it load. And then we want to do, is it this one? Yeah, we want it where it's full bar. What's the scary events, right? Which is happening right now or coming soon. It comes in about an hour and a half. An hour and a half from here. The FOMC minutes. Okay. I wish I had a link to like a video. I wonder if we can add that real quick. Let's see if there's a light watch Fed chair. Let's see something real quick. Let's see if there's a live stream of it. Yeah, that's good that you took profits there. Let's see if we can maybe watch some of it. What? No. I want to see the actual. Two weeks ago? No. Nah. Nah, there's nothing. Nothing I see that is worth checking out. But today it says it is expected, right? The actual is 4.5% and the forecast says 4.5%. Oh wait, no, that's January or December. Sorry. FOMC forecast January 6th. So what is the FOMC interest rate predicted to be? Fed set to cut rates for a third consecutive time. The Fed is widely expected to wait. What day is this? Let's see this one. This one's like looks like the most recent from Forbes. It lets people see what was actually discussed. Oh, got it. There's no live stream. This is just the notes from the last meeting. Got it. It lets people see what was actually discussed. Got it. Oh, man. Okay, I'm still learning these stinking events. So the United States authority to set interest rates is divided between the Board of the Governors, Reserve, FOMC. The board decides on changes. Oh, this is the minutes notes. I see. I see. And then Friday is the non-farm payrolls unemployment rate. Which I would argue, isn't the unemployment rate probably the more important one this week, Kyle? Wouldn't you say? The unemployment event is probably more important than the FOMC minutes this week. I'm still learning the whole events thing for trading. Like, it's honestly, to me, I don't know why, it's kind of confusing. Yeah, unemployment rate is going to be huge. I know that one is pretty important because that one affects the market pretty heavily. Yeah. Okay, huge. He's saying it's going to be huge. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought unemployment is like, in my opinion, but I'm just a nobody. Yeah, I think the same thing. I think unemployment is probably going to be more affect the market more than the FOMC meeting notes today. But we'll see. Like we're watching the charts right now, right? Like let's see. Look at that. Look at that on the 5-minute chart for Bitcoin. Two nice big bullish candles. But again, I'm not taking anything yet because I want to see price make some more confluences before I do anything. Like I would want to see EMAs cross. I'd want to see key structure broken up here. I'd want to see a pullback, and then I'd enter on a higher low. That's when I would enter, not on this low. This is like, to me, this would be very sketchy to enter in on here. All right, let's see Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum real fast, because Ethereum, let's see, learning the news and macro is a big part of trading, especially when you're trading stuff like ES and NQ. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why it's like hard to, oh my gosh, my Instagram thing is, I need to fix that. Can't even see the charts. There we go. Okay. When I do in a ES, I try to stay out of trades when news drops. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Ethereum real fast, because Ethereum actually looked pretty scary. Ethereum looks pretty scary in my opinion. This is the day time frame on Ethereum that we're looking at right now. Okay, this is the day time frame, and as you can see, our candle just wicked below these lows to the left. Not good at all. That is not good. These lows were very important lows. Let's see, day low. These lows were very important. Now we wicked out of it, right? We tapped and wicked below. Okay, it's not a candle closure, but it is a wick below. That could be indication of bullish momentum going lower. Now, if there's a candle closure below this white line, I'm convinced Ethereum is going to dive at least to this support zone here, which could be about $3,100. Okay, maybe this is where Ethereum will finally get its support. But right now, I think Ethereum is honestly the scariest coin right now. I think it's the scariest coin when it comes to what its price is doing, right? It's not finding support here. It should have wicked off here in this area. If this was going to be the support zone, it would have held here, because here you can see price consolidated and pushed up and broke this high to the left. Now, it's not a strong high, but it is a high. And so that's why it's not as important. That's why I didn't take long positions here, because the strong high for the day is up here. Really, that's where you'd want to see price break out on the day time frame. But now this is actually our strong high. This is actually our strong high. So now I'd want to see price, if it were to find bullish momentum here, I want to see price break this high, then come back down, then push back up. I'd want to see it break this high here. So now our range for Ethereum, when it comes to, like, if we were to take a position, these would be some of the targets right here. This would be our range right now. And then if this does break below this, if this does break below that, then wherever this bottom is would be the range. So if you're doing shorts, you'd want to see price come back up to this high. Right, you'd want to see price come back up here, tap into here, then you hopefully get to take short positions and follow it. If it were to have bearish structure forming, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens, because it's not bearish, completely bearish yet. This is the low that I'm very interested in seeing what happens here. This is like Ethereum's last stop before it falls to the next support, which would be down here, which in the center of this is right around $3,100. Okay, so Ethereum could find itself in some trouble right now. Let's look at 4-hour time frame. Let's see what the 4-hour looks like. Yeah, 4-hour literally is just bearish all the way down to here. And as you can see to the left here at this daily low, we do have some 4-hour support that we could maybe find price wicks off here, right? So we're going to delete this support, and we're going to delete this low, because we have this. We're at the most important point for Ethereum. We're at the most important point for Ethereum. Okay, and we can delete this support, because that support didn't hold, this low didn't hold, and then we can put this here too. Sorry, I just realized the screen's probably not showing some of this. There we go. Okay, This is like the last spot for Ethereum to hold. And then if it falls out of this, support area, I think we fall down to the next support, which would be, is it this one right here? Yeah, right in this support. We should put it at $3,100 Ethereum, I think. It's all bouncing out of the OB. Let's see. Let's go to let's do a little bit more look on the 1 hour with Ethereum. Yeah. It's looking very bearish. But it's starting to wick off on the hour. Probably starting to get some bullish momentum too on the 15 and lower time frames. That's what it looks like. So let's see if there's a range here on the 15 minute. This would be my target for Ethereum's strong high. That'd be my target up there. I'd want to see this momentum. This momentum has to break this line in order to get bullish momentum. It would have to break that line. And when I say break it, I don't mean wick. I mean candle closure above that line. That's what I need to see. That's what I need to see for, same with Bitcoin. Same thing for Bitcoin, right? Ethereum too. We need to see a candle closure above this line here. Let's go to Solana. See, Solana looks much better than Ethereum. Solana is in a very important support zone. Okay, I'm trying to shrink it down so the screen can show on everything. Okay, if you look left of Solana, we have this support. The support to the left over here. The support here that bounced off here, broke through, came back down, found support, pushed out, and a fair value gap down here that it pushed out of too. So I really like what Solana is showing. Solana is actually showing a little bit of bearish formation. And I'm actually excited for what Solana is doing. Now, if Solana doesn't hold these lows here to the left, falls in this fair value gap, and maybe makes a low here from these lows, then that makes me a little more nervous. But as of right now, what I'm seeing on the charts, I'm actually happy with. I'm not that worried. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Yep, 4 hour time frame, finding support. We could even add a little bit tighter of a support on the 4 hour. Okay, we have this fair value gap here on the 4 hour that it disrespected. So we're going to delete this fair value gap. It did not respect it. I thought it was for a second because look it tapped in, made a bullish engulfing candle. And I literally thought for Solana, I thought this was it. I thought, like, okay, we got our confirmation. I think it's about to push up. And I was watching and then this came in and I was like, okay, well, that didn't work. And so that bullish engulfing candle failed. That fair value gap is now irrelevant. Okay. Now, if you look left on Solana here to the left, we have this fair value gap down here that could indicate potential strong support area right there. And see how it tapped into that fair value gap to the left? You got a fair value gap, a strong 4 hour low, and look how it's wicking off. I like it a lot. Solana's showing pretty good momentum actually right now. I'm not convinced yet, because if I go to the 15 minute, I have my new range. Okay, this is my new range for Solana. Let's zoom it in. This is the new range for Solana. We need price to break above this high. We need price to break above that high. Okay, and that's on the 5 minute too. Yep. We need price to come up and break off of that line. Okay, not wick off of it, close above that line. We need that for really good confirmation in order to actually get even consider taking a long position. I would not consider taking a long position for my portfolio unless price broke above this line and then fell back under. I would need it to go whoop, whoop, and then enter here, hopefully push up. That would be my position taking strategy. So that's why I'm not even close to even considering making a position yet. And then especially with news, that even makes me even more like, if I opened a position, I probably would want it closed. Like, say if I got what I wanted today, I probably wouldn't want to. I would want to close the position before unemployment on Friday. I wouldn't want to have a position open during that time. I'd want to close it, see what happens with the news, and then reconsider a new position after that. But I would want to keep the position no longer than a day. So it would probably just stay open for Thursday, if anything, and then I'd close it out for Friday's news. I'm getting so many notifications for different exchanges that are Bitcoin fell under 92,000 whatever, or Bitcoin fell under 93,000. Oh my gosh. Like I have like, 6 different exchanges on my phone. So they literally I'm getting like 7 notifications every time Bitcoin breaks $1,000 of the next level or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, chill out. But I really like this 5-minute bullish engulfing candle. Really good. We got a massive doji candle here. Let's zoom in on the 5-minute. We're going to zoom really tight in on here. This is what I noticed. That's good break of character. That is bullish indication that we're probably going to go up to at least this resistance point here on the 5-minute. Let's make a resistance point real fast. Okay, we got this resistance point. So what I'm currently seeing here is I think price is at least going to come back up for Solana to 197.35 at least. Okay, now in this area is important. What is it going to do? What I like here is I see a couple things just in these couple candles here that I want to zoom in and give you guys like my view of what I'm seeing. I'm going to zoom in just on like these candles right there of what I see. One, I see this candle of importance here. Oh, let me take off my magnet real fast. Okay, I see this candle of importance. Why is it still magneting? What is it doing? Jeez Louise, dude, no way. Okay, I see this candle right here. Dude, that is the worst circle ever. Why is my magnet still working? I don't want a magnet on. Okay, this candle right here is a doji candle. That is technically a bullish signal. Now, that's not a signal I would want in order to take a position, but for me, that's a confluence that says, hey, that's a signal that shows bullish momentum. Okay, that's one. Two, you have these wicks off here, right? This candle right here broke these wicks to the left here. Bullish confirmation. Now, if you scroll up, you have this massive engulfing candle. You have this massive engulfing candle here. Bullish engulfing candle. That's 1, 2, 3 indications that price is going to begin to move up. Now, what's the next indication I would be waiting for? My next indication I'd be waiting for is the EMAs to come and cross. Okay, bullish indicator. Now, I'd want to see this, like this come up here, right? Go like this, and then the 9 EMA come up and then cross like that. Why is my mouse doing that? So annoying. I'd want to see a bullish EMA cross, okay? Then, after I saw the EMA cross, I want to see price. I want to see price come up and break this high and then come back down. This is where I'd want to enter. Okay, I would look for fair value gaps. I would look for potential support points. I would look for maybe the Fibonacci retracements. I would look for a couple different things if it broke this line of where I'd want to enter. Now, something I am personally considering right now. is taking short positions. Why? I'm considering taking short positions if I see price come up here to this resistance point and reject off like wick, like a strong wick out of this and right back down. If I see that, I will probably try to target a short position down to these lows. It'll be a quick short, nothing crazy, nothing long. Like I'd hopefully be out of it within 20 minutes. But if I see wicks out of this resistance area, I would look for a short position, in my opinion. Okay, this isn't financial advice. I'm just trying to educate you on when I'm looking at the charts. What do I see and how do I plan ahead for a trade? Because if you're going to do a trade, you should have your stop loss, you should have your entry, you should have your take profit all planned out before you ever plus buy or sell. Okay, you should have your complete game plan ready to go before you click buy or sell. Okay, so that's why I like to visualize what is price going to do and what's my game plan once price comes and does that. If I see wicks out of here, my stop loss would go right above this green line here, because if price came back up, broke these peaks, bullish confirmation, right? Then if I took a short, my stop loss would be right above this blue line up here, and then my take profit would target this low here. Not the wick, but like these bodies of these candles down here. I'd probably target a 2-to-1 to 3-to-1. So what does that look like? Let's see a short. Let's like just say I did it right here, right? I target stop loss right outside this. Like I'd probably do like 5 or 10 pips outside of that. Let's see. Let me make my text a little bigger so we can see it, because I can't even read it. Style, text, 12. Let's do like 14. Okay. Now let's do more. I can barely read that. I'm blind though. Okay, 239. So this is 221. So let's do 231. That's 10 pips outside of that high. Okay, so I'm 10 pips above this line. Okay, so now a 2-to-1 to 3-to-1. Let's see if we can get it with this move, right? From this, if I entered right at that box and I was targeting these lows, where's that 3-to-1 is right there. So realistically, if we did get a short opportunity, we could target a 3-to-1. We could do that. Got it. Okay, Kyle. Nice. But I would not take a short unless I see bearish confluence, right? Wick out of this box, EMA crosses, etc. Because I don't just enter because it wicked off. I would look for something like this. Like let's look at an example to the left here. Right? Here's a good example. You have this high to the left. This actually isn't a great example. Let's look at this one right here. This is a good example. When you look here, you have a price move down, okay? Price move up, making a lower high here, right? You have a lower high here, okay? Now, what can we do with that lower high? We can mark out resistance right in this area, okay? Okay, we have resistance right here. Okay, price came up, pushed out and back down towards the bottom of the resistance. We got a big wick up and wick off of the line here, because the line would be technically over here, not down there. Okay. We have this. Let me zoom back in. Right. We had this. So when you're looking here, you have this resistance point, this doji candle, this bearish doji candle, this strong high here because it made a lower low here. Okay. With the candle closure, right? Okay. Made a lower low. Price came back up to that resistance point. It failed to break above that high on this move up. Okay. Came back down, pushed up again, failed again. But look at that wick. To me, that looks like a liquidity sweep, right? It grabbed the liquidity that was sitting above these orders, grabbed the liquidity, and then push down hard, making a lower low from here, from this low here, right? Bearish structure forming, bearish engulfing candle, boom. I would then look, because now if you look at the 5 minute, like I said, I would look for what did I say? Fair value gap. Boom. Price fell. Again, making lower low. Push back up, hit the fair value gap and the support zone one last time. Then it fell, right? And then if we targeted after this fall, if we target a short position at the bottom of that support zone, which is tapped in right here, right? I'd put my stop loss above this green line, just a little bit above, like what is it, 62, so 72. I put my stop loss just above that, and then I would target a 3-to-1. Nothing crazy. I'm not shooting for the bottom. I'm just looking for my 3-to-1 or 2-to-1. And look at that. I would have got that in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. 25 minutes, I would have hit my take profit, right? That's what I'm trying to show you guys, what I'm envisioning for the future of before I take a position. I need to see these things happen. And that's what these things that I'm saying look like. A push down, lower low. Push up, fail to break. Comes back down, tries it again, gets a crazy wick. Okay, confirmation, it's probably not breaking that line. Boom, bearish engulfing candle, breaks this low, pushes down, comes back up to support and fair value gap that formed here, then fell. And we got our 3-to-1, right? And that's what I'm looking for right now when it comes to if we have a short position. I'm not saying I'm going to take a short position, but if I get that kind of signal, I will be trying to take one. But let's see what price is doing here on the 5 minute. It's looking good. It's looking bullish, right? This momentum is working really, really hard to push up. But we got to see, it's very important what the heck does price do in here, right? What does price do in here? That's what I'm looking for. Let's look at Bitcoin too. Bitcoin looks the same. Bitcoin looks very good, right? We had this fair value gap. I think it was a 4-hour fair value gap. Yep, this 4-hour fair value gap. Look at that wick off. That is a good confirmation of bullish momentum. That is a crazy wick. You want to see those wicks when it's like timing the bottom. I mean, I'm not going to time the bottom, but like when you're trying to find where's the bottom, this is a great signal. This wick, it tapped into this support down here. These candles right down here, tapped into this 4-hour strong low and wicked off very hard. Yep, look, this looks like this wick to me is a liquidity sweep. So basically, big money try to get all the stop loss orders that are behind these lows here. Because if you go to like the 1 hour, people who took longs put their stop losses right down here. There's a bunch of stop losses right in this area. Because they're like, oh yeah, look it. Big bullish move. It's a big bullish move. No way price is now coming back down. It broke this high. It broke, it made this high. Oh yeah, no way price is going to come back down to here. So all these orders are in here. And as you can see, that wick came down and took out a bunch of liquidity. And now price is pushing up. Okay. Because on a 4-hour time frame, what people don't remember to look at is the 4-hour time frame had a good push up. It had a good push up, but it has to make a higher low. These are not higher lows on a 4-hour time frame. These are just movement. A higher low is going to be this guy here. This should be the higher low that comes in, which should be major structure formation. And if you go on a day time frame, right, this is going to be our higher low that comes in. We have this low here, and then wherever, if it stops here, this will be our higher low. Confirmation of really good bullish structure. Now, if we get a higher low here, we target this high here, which is a 4-hour strong high, and then from there, the day high, right? So you got to make sure we get the market structure correct and not thinking that this is strong low, strong low, strong low. No, this is probably the higher low that's coming in to then make a higher high. This is all minor structure that doesn't hold well compared to this low here or this low that might form here. I hope I'm making sense here. Where so you see Solana in 2 months? I see Solana in 2 months. I honestly don't know. I think January is going to be the really good tell. My guesstimate, my expectation is Solana in 2 months will be in price discovery. Historically, February and March for Solana is actually a very bullish time. And so my guess is Solana should be in price discovery by February and March. Those are bullish months, especially for Bitcoin. We should be in price discovery. If we are not in price discovery by March, I'm like, oh man, 2025 might not play out like I was hoping it would. Interesting that your green candles are the down candles. Yeah. They're like teal. I don't know. My chat box. I might need to shrink down my chat box a little bit. Let me move my chat box over here. It's blocking some of the important information on the screen. There we go. That might look a little better. The guy, okay, hourly candle on Sol closing. Very nice. Rejection off the order block. Yes. Good first sign. Looks like a liquidity sweep. Yep. Interesting that your green candles are LOL. If we engulf the 1 hour candle, I might be interested in opening a position with a tight stop loss. Chat box might be a better in the top right. Yeah, I literally, before I read your thing, I was like, oh, chat box might need to move. I just moved it because like the text is like covering some of the numbers. So I just moved it. Let's see the Solana 1 hour candle. Oh man, yeah, that's looking good. Let's look at the 1 hour candle. I really would like to see this 1 hour candle engulf this. Oh my gosh, look at that wick. That's perfect, right in that fair value gap we were watching. Yeah, I think this could be the bottom here. This is signs that I'm convinced this could be the bottom. Yesterday, I didn't get a single sign that we got the bottom. I didn't get a single sign. Today, this wick off, this 1 hour wick, these 4 hour wicks here, that's signals. Those are signals. I'm not convinced yet. I won't be opening up a position yet, but I'm giving confirmation that, yeah, this is looking very bullish. On the 5-minute time frame, it's going to be very important what it does here, okay? I've said that over and over again. I'm probably getting annoying. Maybe not. Maybe you guys like it. I don't know. Let's go to the 5-minute on Ethereum. 5-minute on Ethereum found this support. That's actually good because Ethereum was looking a little scary. I was pretty scary with what Ethereum was doing, to be honest. But it looks like it found some support. No, I love that you're typing. Don't stop. I love it when you guys type and do chats and stuff. Doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, same. I want to see how it reacts to. I might open a position with a stop loss at the open of this current candle. Yeah. If we get a break above this high on the 5-minute, and we get a correction down, I will be opening a position 100%, and I'll be putting in my stop loss below this low, but we'll see. Today's a pretty busy day too. What time is it? It's 10:08. Okay. I need some coffee, okay? Things are happening. I'm getting ready. I'm excited. I need my caffeine to get ready. Okay. We have 1 hour until that news comes out too. All right, let me check my calendar. I think I have something I might have to go to. Yeah. Okay. I got a little bit more time, and then I have to close out the stream and call it for today. I got about 11 more minutes. 11 more minutes, and then we'll probably call it. But I like what I am hoping in the next 11 minutes. Probably won't get it, but I'm hoping that we get some break here. We could even go down the 1 minute. Let's go to Bitcoin. We're gonna go down to the 1 minute. Check out what the 1 minute's doing. Let's see the 1 minute. Okay, the 1 minute has this push down, breaks lower, pushes up, breaks lower. So 1 minute, you could even put this line here on the 1 minute time frame and see what the 1 minute does at that break and this resistance here. Let's see what price does. Oh, not support, resistance. I want to see what price does here on the 1 minute. This could be a good indication too that we start getting that bullish formation, because if the 1 minute starts breaking and making higher highs on key structure points, could be good indicator of the 5 minute. Now the 1 minute, right, is the bottom of the tier when it comes to time frames. The signals you're gonna get on a 1 minute time frame don't hold very well, but they're just confluences you can use for potentially the future, right? So like I like to use 1 minute as potential insight into what the 5 minute or the 15 minute will do. I don't really use it in order to take a trade. I've been burned way too many times from the 1 minute time frame when I open a trade, but I like to see, is it showing momentum in the direction I wanted to go? And as you can see, it is showing momentum, because as you can see here, it kind of broke above this little consolidation, right? I don't consider that a strong high, but it broke up this little push up, broke that one. I think this one's more important, where it tapped on the 50 EMA and then pushed down. And so I want to see what price does here in this resistance point on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, 5 minute is looking very bullish, but also low time frame. Even the 5 minute confluences you get sometimes can be a little rough to find, but I tend to find that the 5 minute is, you can count on those confluences much better than the other ones. Yeah, Ethereum's looking pretty good. This is the 5 minute, and then what's Solana? 5 minute? Yeah, they're all looking pretty good. If it breaks above the 50, that'd be good too. EMAs are about to cross on the 5. Very steep move. Like a very steep move. I like it. Ethereum looks like it's about to test the 52. Siri, why do you keep coming up? No one's talking to you. Okay. We're getting some rejection here on the 1 minute. Watching what price does to these things I'm seeing on the 1 minute. Now, they're not strong confluences again, but I'm very interested to see how it plays out. Okay. Get a little push back here. Solana's getting a little bit pushed back too. Failed to hit the EMA cross. And the economic calendar, 45 minutes left. See the 5 minute on Bitcoin instead of looking at the 1 minute for a little bit. Okay. They did just get a, is that a, yep. We did just get a bearish engulfing candle on the 5 minute on Bitcoin. After it tapped the 50. After it tapped the 50 right there, wicked off the 50, bearish engulfing candle. It might not even get to this resistance point. We'll see. It could fall down, make a higher low here before it taps this resistance. It might actually do that. Yeah, it might actually do that. Might fall down to this support area here, or even this fair value gap down here on the 1 minute before it pushes up and then tests this resistance. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's going to find support to this low consolidation to the left. I want it to touch this resistance. I really want to see what it does here. It looks like it actually is going to go up there and do it. You know what I like to use too on the 1 minute time frame? Hike and Ashy. See what the Hike and Ashy is showing. Okay. We get a doji bullish one, I should push up then. Yeah, okay, that's I think we should come up to test this resistance point now. We'll see. All right, what time is it? All right, we're probably gonna wrap it up. I was hoping that this would hit the resistance point before we wrapped up, but it looks like it might not hit the resistance point. Oh, looks like it's holding the 9, maybe. Yep, here it goes. Oh, here we go. We're to get 13 more candles on the 1 minute time frame. See the Ethereum? Yeah, it's looking good. Ethereum's looking good on the 5 minute. Solana's looking good on the 5 minute. I like it. EMA cross on the 5 minute. Almost on the Ethereum 5 minute time frame. And then Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's looking good. I think we're going to get that retest on the resistance up here. Let's see. Yeah, here it comes. We need to break this little high to left here. And close above that. If it doesn't close above that and wicks off, that could mean it's going to do a little bit of a pullback on the 1 minute. Ooh, it didn't close. Let's see if this next one does. The 1 minute candle structure too is so weird. Like the opening and closing of the candles do not line up. And it bothers me so much. Let's see. Will it push? It's not pushing above. It won't go above that line. Oh, it didn't break above the line. It's like right on that line. It doesn't want to break above it. Oh, there we go. Let's see what it does. It won't do it. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Now it broke above. There we go. There we go. Okay, here comes that retest. Let's see what it does here. Solana's not close. Oh, wait. We're on the 1 minute resistance point, not the high one. Not the 5 minute. This is that 1 minute high right here. That 1 minute high to the left. See what it does here. Because if we start breaking above this one, then that could be indication the 5 minute will go to its next resistance point. Yeah, it's a good candle. Close outside of that line. Unless this candle falls and closes below this line. If it falls and closes below this line, then I'm going to guess that's a little bit of a liquidity sweep back down under here, indicating that price is going to probably fall back down and do a little bit of a 1 minute pullback. So this candle basically engulfs this and closes beneath that blue line. That was a little bit of a liquidity sweep is my guess on a lower time frame. Oh. Oh man, I worked out on Monday. Dude, I am sore. I'm sore. Let's see what it does. How much time? 3 seconds. Oh, lit. It's closing above. Closing below, actually. Just closed below that line again. It's actually probably... My guess is it might fall now. They didn't even tap that resistance point. Yeah. We'll see. This is an important low on the 1 minute. I want to see what price does on this low. This is kind of like our swing on the 1 minute now. This is our range. What is price doing here? Which one does it break first? Does it break this low or does it break this high? Let me go actually lower. Let's see what the range is. What does it do? It could get pretty choppy. We had this fair value gap here on the 1 minute. Oh, it looks like it's holding on the 9. What time is it? All right. There we go. Supported at the 9. There we go. Should break this high then. If it found support there, it should break this high and fall into this resistance, and then we'll see what really happens. Solana's looking good. Candle above the 9 or the 50 EMA. Broke above and EMA cross. Looking good there. Ethereum. EMA cross. Oh my. It's not what I wanted to do. There we go. EMA cross. Break above the 50. That's good. Ethereum looks really good right now. It actually found a lot of support. There we go. Okay, Bitcoin's in the resistance area. Let's see what it does here. It needs to break above that line. And that's good confirmation for the 5 hour or 5 minute time frame, not 5 hour. I'd want it in this one candle to break above that. We got 4 seconds left. Let's see if it does it. 2. Okay, it's going to be the next candle. Let's see what the next candle does. We need this candle either... We need it to push up. for it to continue that bullish momentum. So now the swing is this. Now our swing area is this. See what it does here. $20 seconds. All right, I got 5 minutes. Let's see. I want to see what it does. Oh, there we go. Break above. Break and close above. Break and close above. Oh, it's so close. Okay, it broke above. All right, let's see what it does. Let's see if this is a quick push up and then a wick down. Let's see what happens. Or if it continues to hold. This is the 5 minute support area. It just broke this key point on the 1 minute time frame. Let's go. That's actually good. This is good for Bitcoin. And which should mean this is good for Ethereum. Yep. And then good for Solana. Yep. Let's see what it does. All right. 15 seconds left. It looks like it's going to hold above that line so far. Yep. Okay. 10 seconds. All right. We're about to test. 5, 4. We're going to go to the 5 minute and see what the 5 minute does in the support zone. Boom. Closure above. Awesome. Okay. Let's go to the 5 minute. Now that we broke out of that resistance, now the 5 minute is going to tap into this resistance up here. That's confirmation for us. Actually, let's do this. That price is highly likely to test this resistance now. And then this will give us our indicator of what are we going to do here. Is price going to break above this line? Or is it going to fall back down? And will we be able to take a short? What is it going to do? Are we going to break above, right? And then fall back down? Or are we going to wick hard in this area and then fall even further? So we'll see what happens. 5 minute variant, but that's a low. LOL, dude. Look at the 4 hour candle. The 4 hour candle's wick is probably insane. Oh my gosh. Hey, if you had buy orders down here, you're in profit. That's all we can say. Holy smokes. Look at that candle. That's a pretty good confirmation, dude. I think we see 5 minute break key structure here. I really do. I think we're going to see key structure break. But I actually we got 2 minutes. Okay, I got to go soon. We'll wait for this 5 minute candle to close, and then whatever it does, it just tapped into the resistance point. Barely. We'll zoom in on this candle to see, get it real tight. From that point of resistance over here, it hasn't tapped it yet. It's very close though. 1 minute left on this candle. Let's see what it does. That'd be awesome if this 5 minute just blasted through this resistance in the last minute. That'd be awesome. The 4 hour candle is insane. Oh, okay. Come on. 45 seconds left. I don't know if... Oh, wait. I just realized maybe I'll put it like... There we go. A little bit better view for the vertical stream. Because I just realized where the candles were is probably where like the like button and stuff is. I don't know what it looks like on live stream, but I should probably check it out. Okay, it looks like we're not going to tap into the resistance point yet. We're getting close though. Very close. All right. I'm at the call to stream here. We got 5 seconds left on this candle. I know we're still going to tap into this resistance point, but it's very important again for anyone watching. What is it going to do here? We're at a key point on price of what is it going to do. So everyone, Thank you so much for being here. I'm super thankful to have you all a part of the stream, watching, liking, sharing, talking, and chatting. I do really appreciate it. I love having the engagement with you all. And I hope you guys are having a great rest of your week. Again, focus on the charts. If you're looking at doing a day trade today, wait for your confluences. Don't rush anything. Price, when it pumps, it always falls back down. So don't rush anything. Be smart. Be patient. Don't let your emotions take over when you trade. And let's be profitable traders. All right, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great rest of your day.